This is the lecture in which we really get down to the business of seeing how sentences grow, or to be even more precise, how we can grow our sentences. That agricultural metaphor is actually appropriate because sentence growth starts with what we'll call a kernel sentence. And here I go again, introducing a term that's a little confusing because we will use it to refer to several different situations, each presenting the sentence in a different way. Or to put the case another way, we'll use the term kernel sentence, not to refer to the formal characteristics of a sentence such as length or degree of complexity or the number of the propositions the sentence advances. Instead, we'll use this term to refer to different situations in which the kernel is the initial building block to which we will add information. Confused yet? I am just a little bit, and it's my term. But here's what I mean by different situations in which the kernel sentence is the starting point for building longer and more effective sentences. A kernel sentence may consist of but a single word. Remember General McAuliffe's answer of nuts to the German demand that he surrendered during the Battle of the Bulge? But McAuliffe's single word reply obviously worked as a sentence and not just as a noun. I'm not sure whether his message to the Germans was meant to be understood as, "You must be nuts to think I'm going to surrender," or "nuts to you," or something similar. But his celebrated answer reminds us that a kernel sentence can contain only a single word. We probably shouldn't mess with kernel sentences of the single word variety, since they almost certainly are most important and most effective precisely because of their dramatic terseness. In a slightly different situation, the kernel sentence is simply about as short as it can be, and each proposition we add to it seems to turn the sentence in a new direction, with it taking several of these turns before it becomes clear what the sentence is trying to do. For example, given the kernel sentence, "They slept," almost anything we add to it will make it more satisfying in terms of propositional information. They slept, having finally found a campsite sheltered from the freezing rain. They slept, the man simply collapsing on the bed, the woman first seeing what TV channels were available. They slept, and they dreamed. Or, they slept, a sleep deeper and more relaxing than they had even dreamed possible, a sleep that was itself undisturbed by dreams. Or, they, who had never before considered sleep a luxury, slept. In these cases, the kernel sentence only advances a kernel of information, so what we might add to the sentence can turn it in a number of different directions. Frankly, kernel sentences of this short and this stark also probably serve a dramatic function that's more important than adding information might be. But it is good to remember that a sentence so short it can't be made any shorter, "they slept," is the most extreme example of a kernel sentence. In yet another situation, the kernel sentence gives us more propositional information and follows the common sentence pattern of providing a subject, a verb, and an object. The girl raised the flag. In this case, the kernel sentence provides us with four obvious opportunities to provide more propositional information. Information focused on the entire base clause, the girl raised the flag, on its subject, the girl, on its verb, raised, or on its object, flag. Adding to this kernel, we might get, the girl raised the flag because she knew that doing so would inspire her compatriots. Or, the girl, who had just realized she was the only survivor, raised the flag. Or, the girl raised the flag, triumphantly racing it up to the top of the flagpole. Or, the girl raised the flag, its green striped fabric tattered and torn by bullets. Or finally, the girl raised the flag and was proud to see it waving once again over the town square. In this situation, A kernel sentence provides us great starting points for elaboration and clarification. It's